to it.
All right. We have a couple of people want to say something. That's Gerry Hannan. Now, you kind of are involved in an ongoing battle with Frank.
It must be
McCourt.
one-sided. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, but I mean,
yes,
you wrote a book
know
called...
everything about it, Frank. You have been peddling lies about Limerick for the last 2.5 years. In every television station, in every newspaper, you have told lies about Limerick, about your mother, about Teresa Carmody, about Willie Harold. You have done nothing but lied. You are a liar. You are a self-confessed liar. Teresa Carmody was 3 days away from her death when you wrote in your book that you had sexual intercourse with her. You never mentioned anywhere in your book that it was with her consent. Was it with her consent, Frank?
Frank?
Was it with her consent?
There was no Teresa Carmody. It's a made-up name.
It's not a made-up name. You named her mother. You're going to tell more lies now, are you?
There was no...
Okay, that's number one.
Teresa
number
Carmody...
two,
just a minute, we're not finished.
Teresa Carmody first.
Teresa Carmody is a made-up name.
It is not a made-up name.
The young lady, you will never know her name.
You are a liar. You are a liar. Number two, Frank McCourt.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Because, Frank, Jesus Christ up in heaven.
How old are you, by the way? How old are you?
Irrelevant. You hammered your mother. You picked her as a lazy,
what I did is so you could be virtuous.
Good-for-nothing whore. That's what you depicted your mother as. You owe your mother an apology. Teresa Carmody's parents, Teresa Carmody's family at least, are looking into this programme tonight.
Gerry,
to owe her an apology. I drove from Limerick tonight to make 3 points, and I want to make
the third.
You've censored me before, Pat. You're not censoring me again.
When did I censor you,
Number
by the
three,
way?
you censored me, you interviewed me, you gave me a 20-minute interview, and without explanation, you chopped it on your radio programme.
We often chop pieces for length. Absolutely.
Number three, Frank. Why, if this miserable childhood that you had in Limerick, this so-called miserable childhood, that you've peddled your lies all over the world, right? Miserable lanes of Limerick, miserable childhood, miserable people of Limerick, misery, 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 the whole flipping way. If that's the case, why did you not discuss your well-paid employment with Jackie Brosnan? Why did you not discuss your years with St. Joseph's Spy Scout movement? You never discussed it.
Okay, for the same reason
St. Joseph's Spy Scout was the elite
various
Spy
schools
Scout movement.
You've had enough time now.
Hang on, Gerry, can I just
You
ask
are a liar.
Okay, you've made your point.
You're a liar.
Gerry, can I ask you one question? And I think it's the reason Frank was asking how old you were, is that he's writing of a time from before you were born.
Frank, Pat,
I mean, isn't that so?
You're a journalist, you've heard of research. I have interviewed over 70 people that are contemporaries of Frank McCourt. I interviewed Moira Gallagher. She describes Angela McCourt as the angel of the lanes.
Can I also suggest to you that the late Jim Kemmy thought that Frank's book was an accurate description of the way things were in the Limerick of their mutual youth?
Jim Kemmy, with all due respect, was a very close friend of Frank McCourt.
No, he wasn't. I didn't meet him just before he died.
He was.
I met him just before he died.
I can't believe a word out of your mouth. You're a liar.
I met him just before he died.
I can't believe a word out of your mouth. I'm sorry,
Jim Kemmy.
You're a liar.
I'm not sure who the audience are applauding, by the way, but I must let Frank get back in from the charges to respond to the charges you've made.
The name Teresa Carmody was one I made up because I was not going to name the actual person.
Did you also make up the name of the girl in Bavaria? You seem to have a morbid fascination for necrophilia.
I do. I like women.
For necrophilia.
If you don't mind, I like women.
Necrophilia.
I love women. I'm mad about women. I've been married 3 times, and the one I'm married to now is going to last forever because I'm infatuated with women.
Women who are 3 minutes away from their death.
To protect my own wife, I make up a false name. I don't know why you're so obsessed with me. Don't you have a life? Go ahead and live. Do something.
Women.
Go ahead. Find a cause. There are poor people in Limerick. Go and help the poor of Limerick. Don't obsess with me all the time. You're there, you're in a city in Ireland, south of Ireland, and you're obsessed with me, and I'm sure there are a few people in Limerick. When they sent out casting calls for the movie in Limerick, hundreds of people showed up, then they brought their children to be an angel.
Why did you lie about Willie
And if they hated If they hated the book and the movie, why were they auditioning for this terrible
Willie
movie?
Harold? You said Willie Harold.
Gerry,
you said Willie Harold. You said Willie Harold.
I want to go down here because
you said
because there's one thing I want to ask you.
This
and
man
it's
said,
hang on, it's the question. It's the
I made a
question.
mistake. Yeah.
Most people watching this
He
have no idea of the people you're talking about because it's fine detail about Limerick. You've made your point that you think it's very inaccurate. But what I'd really like to know is why you are so obsessed. I mean, the latest book is called Tis. You're bringing out a book called Tisn't.
It's called Tis in My Ass.
Okay, I wasn't given the full title. But, okay, Tis in My Ass. I thought it was going to be called Tisn't. This current book is about America. It's about his experiences in America. Now, what are you writing?
He spends his time in America reminiscing about his miserable days back in miserable Limerick.
What do you know about his life in America that you're going to contradict everything?
Zero.
So why are you writing another book?
But who says my book is contradicting?
Well, Ashes was your last book, Ashes, was contradicting Angela's.
Ashes was another side of the story. It was about the people who were happy, who lived on the lanes of Limerick, my relatives.
Okay.
Okay, who were happy. They had a happy childhood.
Yes, we have a... Sure.
That Gerry Hannan didn't even write the book Ashes. It was written by a fellow by the name of Frank Hamilton.
Is that so, Gerry?
That is a total and absolute lie.
Gerry,
that is a lie.
I'd like to see you disprove that.
That is a lie.
And Frank Hamilton is in prison at the moment for sex crimes. So
that is a lie.
That is how credible Gerry Hannan is.
Is that the best? Is that the best you can come up with?
All right.
Is that the best you can?
Okay.
Come up
You're pathetic.
This is very much very much a Limerick row.
It's a squabble.
It's a squabble, and we're going to move on because we have to meet other people.